Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be showing us how to make the simple shorts. As you can see, this is going to be a very easy and very simple tutorial, so let's get right into it. Okay, first of all, to know how much fabric you need to put on fold, you need to divide your hips measurement. Mine is 46 divided by 4, that's 11.5. I want the shorts to be quite loose fit, so I'm going to be adding 3 inches. You can make it 3 inches, you can make it less, you can make it more. That is totally up to you. So this is an extra 3 inches, and then I'm going to just leave this extra 5 inches just for the crotch extension. So the 3 measurements we're going to be needing for this shorts is your hips measurement. Because this short is elasticated, it's going to have an elastic waistband, so I'm going to be using my hips measurement so the shorts can go past my hips. Now my hips measurement is 46 inches. I also need my crotch length. So my crotch length, to get it, you'd sit down on a chair and measure the distance from where the shorts is going to be sat on to the top of the chair. I'll put an image on just so you can get what it's going to be looking like. And then the next thing you're going to need is the length of the shorts. So I'm going to be using this full length. So let's get right into it. So starting line already here. So my crotch length is 13 inches. I'm just going to mark 13 inches like so. And then I'm going to connect it. So now that we've gotten our crotch length, we're going to mark our hips measurement on this line. So my hips measurement, that's 46 divided by 4 is 11.5. And then I'm going to be adding an extra, I would add 3 inches. And then this measurement here is giving me 14.5 inches. So that's what I have gotten on here. So I'm going to take that up and just mark it on here as well. So 14.5 inches. And then I will connect the lines together like so. So now that that is connected, the next thing I'm going to do is to find my crotch extension. To get your crotch extension, you do your hips divided by 16. Mine is 2.85. I'll approximate that to 3 inches. I'll mark that on here, and then I would connect this curve to this line like so. And then I can take this all the way straight down if I want, or I can just come in by 1 inch, but I'll just take it all the way straight down. So we have got, so I'll take it all the way straight down, and then I would connect it like so. So if you don't want it to be straight like this, you can connect it to go like slanting, or you can just leave it like that, whichever option works. Okay, so now that all that is done, I'm going to cut this measurement out. Do the back pattern of the shorts. I would get this one, I will put it on. So I've already cut out this fold. I'll put it on here. Now I'm adding allowance only to the side of the shorts, and I'm going to be adding 1.5 inch allowance. You can add 2 inches or just leave it up at the 1.5 inches. I always add the 1.5 inches, and I find that it always works for me. So I would add that on, take it all the way down, mark it on the crotch line as well. Then I'll connect all the lines together, as you can see me doing. I mean, you can always use a ruler to do this, but I'm just using the chalk to mark it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out. Now I'm going to start opening up the seams on the side and at the back as well. Now, because this trouser is quite loose fit, I did not make the back higher than the front. But if you're doing a trouser that's a bit more fitted, you would want to add an extra 1.5 inch to the back, just to make allowance or give more space for your bum. But I'm just using the same all the way through for this short. Now the next thing you're going to be doing is getting your waistband. So I've just cut out this piece, which is 4 inches, and I have cut 2 of it just so it can go around the waist, and I'm going to be doing for the shorts. So I've cut out the waistband, I'll put that to the side. I have also cut out some pocket pieces because I want to add inseam pockets to this shorts. I'm just going to be adding it something like this. So first thing I'm going to do first is I will take this to my sewing machine. I would sew the 2 crotch lines together, then I'll come back and show you. So I've sewn the crotch, I've added the pockets. I went down 2 inches on the shorts. There's so many ways to add pockets to shorts. I've made a video showing how to add pockets to shorts, but this is like the easiest way I tend to use, and it's very straightforward. So I've added that on. So next thing I'll do is I'll put this to right side facing. I'll take this to my sewing machine, line it up properly, and then I would sew these sides all the way through, around, down here. I'll do the same thing for the other side. I would sew it, match it up nicely, sew it all the way down, and then I would hem the shorts like so, and then sew the crotch extension to double stitch this side. So I'll do that and then come back and show you what next I'm going to be doing, which will just be the waistband. What I've done so far is I have sewn the sides together. I've also hemmed the bottom of the shorts like this, and then I have sewn the crotch area. Like I said, I usually double stitch my crotch area, so that's what I have done. And then I have sewn one part of the waistband to the shorts. So what I'm going to do now is, this is the elastic waistband I'm going to be using. I would bend and fold so that it's enough for the waistband to sit inside. So I'll bring this out. I mean, you can measure it just so you know you're getting the right size for the elastic, but I'm quite used to doing this, so yeah. I'll put this in and then I'll just keep going around, bend it and then bend it in all the way around. Then I'll take it to my sewing machine and I would sew it down and put my elastic waistband. And that's the shorts pretty much done. This is a very simple project to do. I will show you what the shorts looks like. I'll wear it and then show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so this is the shorts done. Put the elastic waistband on it. I like how free and baggy it is, because usually when I'm making shorts, I tend to make it a bit more fitted, but I like how big and baggy this is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wear it on, just so you can see what the short looks like. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you try this, let me know and I will go check it out. If you've got any questions, leave that in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icons. When I post any upcoming videos, you get notified. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye.